Welcome to Growth Guidance with myself, Kathleen Parisien. This is my first episode, and I'm really excited to be here to create this podcast where I can really add value to entrepreneurs all over the world, as that's what I've been doing for the past 5 to 10 years, is really just building businesses online and helping businesses grow so that they can get new clients from showing up online, mostly with digital marketing strategies and the power of search engine optimization. So, Growth Guidance is a podcast where we turn anxieties into businesses with opportunities for growth. Here we dive into the challenges of entrepreneurship, explore the power of trying new things, and focus on the process, not just the end result. This is your space for real conversations with entrepreneurs who've walked in your shoes and are now running successful businesses because they took the leap of faith and decided to grow. So on this podcast, it's not just going to be me talking about myself. My aim is to have guests where we can hear their stories, people who have jumped into the unknown and gone out and started these businesses that are now really impactful and add value to their customers. So on our first episode, I'm going to be sharing you what I do to create a new business. I'm giving all the things out. There's no secrets in what I do when a client comes to me to start a new business to really get found on Google. And so today I'm going to be focusing on the 10 digital marketing things you must do when creating a new business. As a local SEO marketing specialist, I've walked countless clients through these exact steps to build a brand that shines online. This isn't just theory, it's practical step-by-step things that I actually do. So grab a coffee, a notebook, and let's dive in. This is especially for you if you want to start a business or you already have a business but don't have that digital marketing presence. If you're just word of mouth, but people can't really find you online, then this is really for you. And especially in the first step. Even if you have already a business name, if you're not branded online, if you haven't created a digital brand, you can still choose a different name. And so that's what I'm here to talk about in number one, is to choose a strategic business name. There is more than just picking out something that sounds good or that your mom or dad told you that that's what your business name should be. From an SEO perspective, search engine optimization perspective, your business name is an opportunity to really shine online if you can choose a name with a keyword that's embedded in it. This way, it will make it easier for your website to eventually rank higher on Google, and there won't be any guessing as to what your business does. So, for example, one of my clients runs a business called Ottawa Event Planning. I helped him choose that exact name. You could say it's bland, but it's strategic. It's not fancy, but it's clear to the point about what he does. And it contains a high value keyword. So right from the start, it makes it easier to rank this website on Google because people are searching for event planners and the event planning is right in the title of the business. And so this is really important, as not only is it your name on your business, but it's also your website. And so that's why I cringe when business owners don't use a keyword in their business name. And sometimes I don't even know, like if I'm driving in the car and I see like a business, like a truck or a car driving beside me, and like I don't even know what their business is because their name is just so vague. So when you use a keyword, not only does it like eliminate any of the confusion, but it's very clear what you do and it's easier to rank on Google. Second point, numéro deux, create a unique logo. Your logo is really the face of your business, and it's your visual element people will associate with your brand. When you build a business, you want it to rank on Google and you hope for it to grow over time, you're building a brand. And so your logo is the cornerstone of your identity. It should reflect your company's personality and values, and it's one of the first and most important steps in establishing your visual brand. So take some time to work with a graphic designer or to design one yourself on Canva if you must do so. If budgets are low, you can do that. Also, the first logo you create might not be the one that's gonna you're gonna stay with. It's okay to change. It's okay to have different ideas. It's okay to play with it. But you really want to find one that represents the business and shows just from the picture like what it is. My favorite logos are the ones that have color in it, the ones that pop, the ones that really resonate with you. So when my clients come to me and they want a new website and they don't have a logo, I my first step before even touching the website is to really work with them of like what you want your logo to be. What colors do you envision for your business? What kind of look and feel? Do you have any favorite fonts? And I'll ask them to provide me with examples of different logos that they like so that when I create it for them, it hits home. It's actually something that they love because you need to love your logo. Number three, start a website. In today's world, your website is your digital storefront. It's non negotiable, especially if you're a local service business that wants to rank on Google and not just rely on word of mouth. You do need a website. And the best part is that you can, if your budget is low and you want to do everything hands-on yourself, you can do so with user-friendly platforms like Wix and Squarespace. There's plenty of options out there. However, if you do have a budget, I strongly recommend investing in professional website design. Part of my services that I offer is SEO web design. And this means I create custom websites that are not just beautiful and user friendly, but they're also strategically designed to be search engine friendly. So I'm adding all the technical back end stuff, connecting it with Google Analytics so that it does appear on search engines. Plus, I take care of all the content writing. So I'm adding all those rich keywords and structured data to really make sure that it goes high on Google rankings from day one. Part of that SEO web design that I do is keyword research. A lot of business owners skip this step because they just want to make a pretty website. But when you forget about the keyword research, then you don't know what keywords you should be ranking for. You think that it's one thing and it could be completely something else. So if you want an impactful, useful website that's actually going to show up on search engines, don't neglect that keyword research when building your website, but also going back to choosing that domain. You want to choose a domain and a website, sorry, a business name and a domain that has that keyword in there that follows the data. Everything I do for my clients is data analytics driven because I don't just pull this information out. I look at exactly in specific geographical areas what people are searching, and then we build keywords and build website and business names around that. Number four, numero quatre, especially for local businesses, it's important to start a Google business profile. So this is totally free to just start a Google business profile and you can do it. And that way you add your pictures, you add your logo, you add your description, and there's even like categories to add your services so that it's very clear that when people are searching for like plumber near me or best coffee shops in Ottawa or DC, whatever your city is, that the businesses show up on Google Maps. So it's a great way to just get organic traffic without really investing in anything, just starting a free Google business listing. Part of having that Google business listing too is to accumulate reviews, as then other people will see your business as not only authentic and legitimate, but credible. So it's important to start the Google business listing and then get reviews and keep it active. And I'll be getting more information on that soon. Step five, start your social media accounts. Running a business is tough. Like I know it's tough, but not if you have a business that's not being able to show up on anything is also tough. So also if you just have a website, but you've created no links to outside sources, which could be your social media accounts, your website is really weak. So when you create a website and really take your business seriously, you need to start social media accounts. That's where your customers are as well, right? So you start with platforms that make the most sense for your brand. Instagram and Facebook are usually the great starting points for businesses. But depending on what your industry is, like if you're B2B connections, you might want to do LinkedIn. Eventually, you should add YouTube to your strategy as well and share things, share insights about your business on YouTube, as a lot of people are watching YouTube now. Really, your goal is to claim your space on these platforms and start building a community around your brand, but also just adding that you're out there. If people can't find you, do you really have a business? It's kind of like that saying, right? That like if a tree falls in the forest, like did it really fall or like something like that. I think you got me. Number 6 is start using Canva. So, if you're thinking like how am I going to create all this content for social media, especially if you're a business like mine where like unless I'm showing past web design pictures, like I don't really have pictures of my business. It's a service. But other services like appliance repair, then you're using pictures of the fridges that you're fixing. If you're a hairstylist, you're using the pictures of your um hair designs, right? But I recently worked with a Reiki specialist who didn't really have any pictures except for like his mm, educational materials about Reiki. And so some businesses are easier to capture images than others. But anyways, Canva helps because you can create fantastic designs and there's thousands of templates. So really it's just like easy to use these professional looking posts, stories and graphics for all your social media accounts. So you don't have to be a graphic designer, you can just use Canva. I get the premium Canva membership because I love that there's so much more images that you can use and templates. And so Canva really makes it easy for anybody to just start branding their business. I would also recommend that on your social media posts, all your graphics that you create, that you do align, you keep the color coding the same and you add your website URL, phone number, essential, and the logo. Everybody needs to see your logo. If you've done all this work to create it, let it be out there. So, number 7 is all about working smarter and not harder. Use a scheduling tool for your social media posts. You need to be consistent, but you can't be posting every single day, right? You can't be always posting in live time as that won't guide you for success. If you use a scheduling tool, you can really sit down a few hours a month and schedule out all your posts for the upcoming month. And you don't need to schedule a post every single day, right? Like 2 to 3 times a week is good. And from the scheduling tools, you can schedule it to all the platforms. So if you've chosen LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and your Google business listing. It's really important to keep that active. So a lot of business owners will post on social media but not on Google. Google is, in my opinion, for most businesses, and except if you're like a jewelry maker or something like this, but even so, don't neglect Google because that's what's going to get you organic traffic when people are searching for your services or product. Versus Instagram, it could just be somebody scrolling and not really engaging with your brand. But like Google is that direct to customer relationship. So these posts need to be also on Google, on your Google business profile as often as possible. I would keep that active. And so I personally like platforms like Social Champ, but other great options include Hootsuite or Buffer. And that way you're not neglecting your post, you're keeping up with your content and really putting yourself out there on a monthly basis by taking a few hours to set all this up. Step 8 brings us back to your website. Your website should be more than like a homepage, an about us page, and a contact page. You need to create service pages. Your homepage gives you an overview, but your services pages are what where you're offering what you do. And from an SEO perspective, each page on your website should be another keyword. And so each of those keywords is part of your service. So, like for my husband and I have an appliance repair business that I take care of, and now he's got me building them in Ottawa, Halifax, Moncton. We've even looked at Texas, but anyways. So on the Doctor Appliance website, each page is a service. So there's fridge repair, Ottawa. There's oven repair, Halifax. There's dishwasher installation, Moncton, on each of the different websites. And so each page should be a specific service outlining the benefits, the processes, and why a customer should choose you. Each service page should be clear, persuasive, but like honest about like what you're going to do and make it clear what what it is to work with you and what they're going to get. And don't forget to add a contact form on those service pages because you want to make it as easy as possible for someone to contact you. Right. Another point about that is like if you have a business and you're not making money from it, then it's just a hobby. So you really want the website to work for you so that people can contact you so that you can bill them and make money. Step 9 is a core SEO strategy. Write blog posts that target keywords. So just like the service pages, you want to be crafting blog posts that focus on what people are looking for. So I recently built a website for a realtor out in Nova Scotia, and I told her to eventually do blog posts that feature the different schools in different neighborhoods or the pros of those neighborhoods and just getting into the nitty gritty of like not the service pages, but like the substance of what makes those neighborhoods attractive for families. Another good example is like a blog post of like families moving from Ontario to Nova Scotia and like what to expect, what's the process. As a blog post like that is really rich in information that is usually the best to do from the subject matter expert. Like she's boots on the ground in Nova Scotia. She's helped lots of families already move from Ontario to Nova Scotia or whatnot. So she's able to craft everything that she would say to a client into a blog post so that when I'm Googling here, like, oh, moving from Ontario to Nova Scotia, the hope is her blog post shows up and they're calling her right away so that she can help them find a house for them in Nova Scotia, right? But again, you have to be researching the proper keywords of what your target audience is looking for. You can't guess what the keyword research is. You have to follow the data in your blog post. And finally, we arrive at step 10. 10. So hopefully by now you're still with me. At first, all of this can be overwhelming, but it's like step by step that comes together so that 5 years from now, you'll be like, wow, like I built this. I really did this, and all my work is paying off because I have return clients. And so it's much easier to be an entrepreneur at that point because you've built the foundation of building an online brand. And we do that by number 10 is to be consistent. It's hard, but building a brand and growing your online presence doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of small action that are consistent over time. So the more you post, the more you blog, the more you engage, the more you grow. And at Growth Guidance, we want you to grow. We really want you to believe in yourself as an entrepreneur. We want you to be able to walk this path of the unknown, feeling confident, feeling like you're not doing it for nothing because you are putting in that momentum that you need for tomorrow. So, there you have it, friends. Those are 10 digital marketing steps for any new business. Choose a name with an SEO keyword. Create a unique logo. I like the colors. I like something that's really captivating. Go for that. Or whatever suits your personality. Some logos are just black and white because it's like classic, straight to the point. That's cool too. 3, start a website. 4, set up your Google business profile. 5, get on social media. 6, use Canva for design. Use a scheduling tool for efficiency. 8, build out your service pages using keyword research. 9, write keyword focused blog posts based on the keyword research. 10, most importantly, be consistent. I hope this gives you a clear roadmap to follow. Remember, it's just about taking one step at a time. You don't have to do all of this at once. You can give yourself a timeline, 1 month, 6 months. Like, you are busy running a business at the same time. But that's why it's also good to outsource some of this work, because you are so focused on your business. It might be more difficult for you to follow that keyword research, as you think you know what people are looking for, but the data doesn't lie. And so when you hire somebody to take care of this for you, not only are you really like taking yourself and your business seriously, but it really opens up your space to focus on what you do best, right? A lot of business owners want to be marketers, but like, no, they don't, right? They want to be hairstylists, plumbers, electricians. Like, you can't do it all. Like, I can't do my own plumbing. I can't fix my own appliances, but I can build websites and I can help businesses rank on Google. I'm a firm believer on staying in your path, right? Not that we can't do new things, but the amount of time it takes you to learn a new skill, like building a website or SEO, you could have been focusing on your business, right? So it's either time or money, and that's always the juggle. But as you're starting out and you want to learn and you want to play, play. Take your time, figure it out. You can do it. And keep listening to Growth Guidance, because we'll give you helpful tips on how to do it. So thank you for tuning in to our first episode of Growth Guidance. It's my mission to help you navigate the world of entrepreneurship with confidence. You have what it takes. Now it's time to take that extra step. Join me next time as we keep exploring more ways to turn your business goals into reality. Until then, keep growing. And I'm really approachable. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help. You can reach out to me in my socials or my website. I'm an open book. Can't wait to hear from you. And keep whatever you're doing, put your best foot forward and put yourself out there, because you deserve, if you are being called to entrepreneurship, if you really want to be your own business owner, if you want to offer something, if you have something of value, I really do believe that it's your mission in life to do so, and to not stop at like, I don't know how to do a logo, I don't know how to do this. You can do it. I'm going to leave you with that. Take care, friends.